Hi guys, Daz here with comic haul number 34, and I've finally got round to showing off the books I picked up from Sunday's Gloucester Comic Con 2018. I've been buzzing for about 2 or 3 weeks prior, knowing that this con was coming. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago was my first Gloucester Con, and that was at the Leisure Centre, and it was vast and it had tons of comics. And it was brilliant. And then last year it moved from the Leisure Centre to Kingsholm Rugby Club, where Gloucester play rugby. And the comic sellers kind of dwindled, but I still did okay. So although I was excited, I was still pretty nervous, thinking that there weren't going to be that many comics. So I purchased my ticket online. And whilst I was doing that, I picked up a photo. I pre-booked a photo with one of the actors that was going to be there, and that was this guy, Brian Cox. Now, Brian Cox has been in loads of great things, Bourne Identity, that kind of franchise. He was Braveheart's dad. A lot of you will probably know him as William Stryker from X-Men 2. So it was a real thrill to meet him. It was £30 for a photo, and I also paid £30 for a signature. I pre-ordered this book because I knew he was coming. There's his signature, Brian Cox, and that's the X-Men 2 movie adaptation. So that was a pretty decent start. So I arrived and I was looking around quickly, and I approached one of the comic sellers that I saw there, and I noticed that he didn't have as many comics as usual, which was disappointing because he had a ton last year. And then he said, "It's only me and one other guy here selling comics," and my heart sank. Oh my days, what was I going to do? Because I was only there for the comics. You know, I don't really look at anything else. I noticed a million pops there as usual. And yeah, pops are okay if you're into that sort of thing, but I'm not. I'm there solely for the books. So I had a quick look at the books from this guy, and then I looked around quickly because I thought to myself, if there's any key issues and they're a good price, I'm going to snap one up. And I noticed up on the other guy had a kind of like a little wall, and one of them, he had Omega Men 3, £50. Well, it looked a pretty good book, but I already had it. But then he had one next to it for £75. And we'll come to that book at the end. Okay, let's get into the books I did pick up. Most of these are either 50p or £1. You know me, I'm a key chaser, and I haven't done too badly. I made the most of a difficult situation. First of all, you know my love for the Jessica Jones TV show, so I'm picking up the series when I can. This is a stunning David Mack cover for Jessica Jones issue 11. Slowly putting that run together. Just £1, you can't go wrong. Then another run I'm putting together because Jessica Jones features in this one. Getting there slowly but surely. This is finally found issue 1 of Pulse. 50p. This is where Jewel, or Jessica Jones, joins the team of the Avengers. Up next, because I purchased so many books, I was given this one free, which was always a bonus because this is my second copy. Let's make a good prize at some point. And this is the first appearance of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Well, a different kind of Cosmic Ghost Rider, I guess. And he's on the front cover there. There he is. Predates Donny Cates' Cosmic Ghost Rider. Up next, picked these books up recently. Picked up a copy of this, but I found 2 more, 50p a piece. Again, good prizes. Justice League, issue 30. And this is where Jessica Cruz gets the power ring, I believe. That was a hot book recently on the CBSI top 10. I did a hot comic book alert in the week about an upcoming Wonder Woman villain that is supposedly going to be in Wonder Woman 1984, the movie. This is my 3rd copy. This is Justice League, issue 1. And this is the first appearance of that guy I said that's going to be in it, Maxwell Lord. So if you can find them cheap enough, guys, grab it. Now, you know me, I'm possibly one of the biggest Joshua Middleton fans out there. I found this and for 50p, but it had a price sticker on. I've tried my best to get it off. It's made a little bit of a mark, but nothing too special. X-Men Unlimited, issue 42. And then this, Joshua Middleton uses the pencils, inks and colours for one of the stories in the book. So it's not his cover, but it is some Middleton magic in this book. Now, I swear I read somewhere at some point they were discussing this character in some sort of form or another for a live action appearance. So I grabbed this. Again, only 50p. Some nice Bronze Age from 1983. This is Jack of Hearts. Issue 1 of a 4-part miniseries. This is the first appearance of the Contraxians, which is an alien race. Now, this is a purely spec book, but a lot of people are thinking the same as me because these books are flying off of eBay at the moment. Again, I paid £1 for it. This is Marvel Annihilation because Avengers 4 is rumoured to be called Annihilation. Now, the rumours I've seen, and clearly this is issue 1, but from the rumours I've seen, it's either going to be called Annihilation or The Last Avenger. Now, to me, The Last Avenger sounds more promising because, obviously, Chris Evans has recently announced that Captain America, he is not going to be Captain America anymore. So, as he was the first Avenger, is it the end for him? Is he going to die in this one? I think him and Iron Man are going to bite the dust, personally, in Avengers 4, but what do we know? So, like I say, Annihilation. Now, I don't usually pick up reprints, unless it's a book I'm never going to own. But if it is a good crossover, I'm all over it because I do like, especially when DC and Marvel crossover. And this is a reprint of Marvel and DC presents The Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans. 50p. Looking forward to reading that. I think Ethan's going to have a little read as well because his two favourite teams are obviously the Teen Titans and the Uncanny X-Men. Now, these are like the poorish books. We're slowly starting to get into the better ones. First up, paid £1 for this. This is Champions 1. And this is the first appearance and origin of the new Champions team, which is Miss Marvel, who is Kamala Khan, Spider-Man Ultimate, who is Miles Morales, Nova 4, who is Samuel Alexander. We got Hulk, who is Amadeus Cho, Viv Vision, and Cyclops, obviously Scott Summers. And this is the Humberto Ramos regular cover. Got quite a run of Champions now. There's been some good keys in that series. This is one I could never find, but finally it's in my collection. A nice find for 50p. And this is Exiles, issue 86. Now, this is the first prototype appearance of Batch H, Hulk with Wolverine claws, aka Weapon H. So, an early draft, basically, of Weapon H, who appeared in Totally Awesome Hulk 22. So, keep an eye out for that one, guys. If Weapon H does appear sometime, and I reckon he will at some point, somewhere along the line in the MCU, that could be a good book. Talking of a Hulk, here we got Totally Awesome Hulk issue 1. And this is the first appearance of Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. Now, Amadeus Cho in issue 22 has since become known as Brawn, which made a lot more sense to me. This is also the first appearance of Lady Hellbender, who was a villain, I believe. And the first appearance of Jacqueline Alamand. And this is a Frank Cho cover. Not the biggest Frank Cho fan, but that's all right. To go with issue 1, to complete the keys, basically, of Totally Awesome Hulk, I picked up issue 3. Again, it's a Frank Cho cover. And this is the first appearance of Kid Kaiju, who is Kai Kawade. That's about a $10 book, that is. Got it for £1. This character talks about a lot of being in the Deadpool 2 film, but it wasn't actually, the character didn't even appear in the Deadpool 2 film. But the book is still pretty hot. It's a £10 book, and this is for 50p. I picked up New Mutants issue 8. And that is the first appearance of Surge. You know, she was supposedly meant to be the girlfriend of the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. You know, she had like electric whips, but it wasn't her. This was a cool find for £1. Groot, issue 4. The first cameo appearance of Baby Groot, who obviously appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. I've been looking for this book for an age as well, because I'm a big CW fan. And I met the lady who plays this character and got her autograph. This is JSA Secret Files and Origins #1. 50p, I can't complain, because this is the first appearance of the second Hawk Girl, Kendra Munoz Saunders. And she's appeared in The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. Again, that's a £10 plus book. On a good day, 15. Okay, we're down to the final 5. And these are the better books. First up, I paid a £5 because it's probably only about a 6 grade. And this is a really hot book at the moment. It's a £25 plus book all day long at the moment, blown up because of the Captain Marvel film. And this is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. This is the first appearance of Captain Marvel, who is Monica Rambeau. Now, obviously, Monica's going to be appearing in the Captain Marvel film. And she, later on, she becomes Photon, and then Pulsar, and then Spectrum. Okay, guys, so look out for that one. 4 to go. Paid 50p for this, which is an absolute steal. I've read this book too. It was good fun. Bronze Age goodness. And this probably is I'm looking online, and it's a £25 plus book all day long. And this is Marvel Premiere, and this is a nice grade too, of issue 28. 9p is the price point. But this is the first appearance and origin of the Legion of Monsters team, who was Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Morbius, and the Werewolf by Night. It's also the first appearance and death of Starseed, who is Jared. So I've got a feeling Marvel is going to turn to the dark side at some point and go a bit more scary. We know Morbius is coming into Sony, so who knows? They might all follow. That book, I think, has got a future. First Legion of Monsters. Now, Guy had this book on for £15. Got some Silver Age goodness now. I offered 10. He said, well, I'll do 12. And I was delighted with that because one is a character in the encyclopedia, and I'd love to tick him off. And it's my oldest Daredevil book. And it's nice grade too. It's a pence copy, but you can't knock the grade. And this is Daredevil issue 25. Sweet copy, that. And this is the first appearance of Leapfrog. And Leapfrog is Vinny Colorito Patilio. And this issue also features the first appearance of Matt Murdock's second secret identity, that of his twin brother Mike. So you're getting bang for your buck with this one. Delighted with that. That's probably a 25 quid plus book all day long in this grade. 2 books to go. Now I was always leaving. You know me. I'm still searching. I don't like to spend good money on a book I've already got. Well, I've got this appearance, but not this book. Now, recently I went to the summer variant in Gloucester. They have a little con, and for £1 I picked up Hulk #1. And obviously, from the 2008 series, it was the first appearance of the Red Hulk, who only appears on the cover, but it's classed as his first appearance. And that's the Deus Ross. Now I looked and I saw this book and I thought, well, wait a minute. Now this book was on for £20. I offered 17 as I was leaving, and he took it, which was to my surprise. Now it's got a little bit of a creased bottom corner, but with a press. This book is a good buy, because I think this character is going to come to the MCU, and this is Hulk 1. And this, guys, is the incentive 1 in 50 Ed McGuinness variant. And this is limited to 1,500 copies. So I'm delighted to get that. It presents really well. You know, there's only one copy of this on eBay at the moment, and it's obviously a 9.8, and this is probably a 7, but the 9.8 is going for nearly £400. So I think this is a 50 quid book in this grade minimum. And to get it for 17, I'm delighted. So that leaves me with one book. And like I say, I arrived and I saw it on the wall. And straight away, you know, when you get to a con, you think, well, I'm making one big purchase. It'd save me pennies. And I saw it on the wall, like I said, 75 quid. I offered 65. He said, I'll do 70. Deal. No second thought about it. The only previous one I'd seen didn't look as good as this one, and it was £100 in a comic book shop. Now, it's not silver, it's not bronze. So what book can really garner that sort of money? Well, I'll say no more. For £70, guys, my buy of the con was Preacher #1. Yeah, delighted to add that to the collection finally. Obviously, you know, they say there's like previews that are the official first, but this is classed as the first Jesse Custer, Poincius Cassidy, the Saint of Killers, and Tulip O'Hare. All appear in, obviously, there's a Preacher TV series now. Now, apparently the Preacher TV series, in comparison to the book, is shocking. So I'm looking forward to actually reading this now. But I think I got a darn good price on this. This is at least a 992, maybe even a 94 on a good day. And in this grade, you're approaching £200. I've looked on eBay, and that's what they're going for. So if I was to get this graded one day, I think I've got myself a bit of a steal. So there we go. Preacher #1. It's funny, you know, when I first started collecting, I'd buy anything I could find DC, which was crazy. You know, and one of the first books I ever bought was Preacher #2 for a 50p. First Arseface. So that goes nicely now with my #1. That's it, guys. That's Dazzie, over and out with this one. I just picked up a ton of books today, actually. Found a ton of good ones in a charity shop. Also found a really good book that only came out last week, and I got it for £2. Couldn't believe it. So I'll see you soon. There'll be another haul soon, and keep an eye out for my hot comic book alerts. There's always more coming. Bye bye for now. Take care.